Every video here on 616 Entertainment is made possible by my supporters over on Patreon. If you enjoyed the show here today, consider signing up. You'll get early access, exclusive videos and podcasts and more. Pro Wrestling Tees has the merch. As always, thank you for watching. Oh, how you doing, Dan-Dans? My name is Ian. Welcome to 616 Nitro. This week on the show, we are going to play through the entire Road to WrestleMania of CM Punk in WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009.
I don't drink, and I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. My addiction is wrestling. With no toxins and no distractions, I've been able to make an impact in World Wrestling Entertainment. But I still want to go farther. I have a feeling it won't be an easy path. I welcome the bumps on my road to WrestleMania.
How you doing? Now, I'm hoping that Punk's Kill Switch Engage theme song is not going to be a massive problem throughout the entirety of this episode. And we're going to see how that goes. I mean, there's licensed music everywhere here. But let's listen to Joey Styles and Taz.
Hello and welcome to ECW. We've officially begun the road to WrestleMania. I'm Joey Styles, seated next to ECW icon Taz.
What a night we have planned, Joey. It's gonna be off the hook.
Two of the best young superstars in sports entertainment squaring off in what's sure to be a classic match.
How do you like that? Our first match here on 616 Nitro this week will be the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy taking on CM Punk here on ECW. Now, I don't recall Jeff Hardy ever being on ECW, or I should say on the ECW roster when it comes to the WWE reboot of ECW. And oh god damn it, Jeff Hardy has licensed music as well. We're gonna see how this goes. Now, Dan-Dans, you might notice that something is a little different. My commentary is being recorded in post. All of the gameplay that you are seeing was recorded over a month ago for the SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 episode of Triangle X Squared Circle, which I hope you've watched by now. And if you haven't, feel free to check out the channel, because it's there. I've been having a lot of fun covering things lately that I either have never played before or things that I have not played in a long time. And I mean, SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, if you've been following this channel for years now, you've heard me say ad nauseum that SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 was the last wrestling game I bought until WWE 12. There was like a 5-year gap of me buying wrestling games. Now, was TNA Impact in there? Yes, it was. Do I enjoy TNA Impact more than most? Yes, I do. Played through the entirety of that story mode here on the channel as well. But, I mean, I have to talk over it, I'm sorry, but the Kill Switch Engage Punk theme, it's not Cult of Personality, it's not up there quite that high, but I do love this theme song. Just gotta put that out there. Punk's t-shirt there, his first ever WWE t-shirt was dog shit, but did I also kind of want it because it was Punk? Yeah. Now listen to this personalized chant that's coming right here.
They're going to give it their all.
I made sure I pointed that out in the episode of Triangle X Squared Circle because I had never heard that before in a WWE video game. That was a damn near 2.99999 right there on GM Showdown. That shit would be bonus points. GM Showdown Season 3 coming soon to Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. If you're just hearing this for the first time, YouTube channel memberships are now a thing. And if you want to support the channel but you don't want to make a Patreon account, I get it. You can just sign up for a YouTube channel membership. You will get all the exclusive shows. Let's Play Friday, GM Showdown, Monday Night Blitz, early access to shit. There are all sorts of things. You get special little badges and fucking emojis and stuff you can use. Whatever you want. It's there. It's an option. If you're signed up for Patreon already, don't sign up for a channel membership. It's the same fucking thing. It's just another avenue to access that stuff. So, now the reason I'm doing this commentary in post, like I said, was This was gameplay that I captured. Look at the Bulldog after that big old knee in the corner. This was gameplay that I captured for that episode of Triangle X Squared Circle, and I play a ton of the games that I capture. So, you know, having gone through the entirety of Punk's Road to WrestleMania, I recorded all of the gameplay because I wanted to get a lot of cutscenes, you know? It's nice to be able to insert cutscenes when you're doing a retrospective or entrances. You guys might notice, this is pulling the curtain back a little bit. I like to use entrances a lot while I am setting up a point. I don't know if you go back and you watch recent episodes of Triangle X Squared Circle, you might notice me doing that. So it's good to get lots of entrances because they eat up a lot of time. Punk's got him up. Jeff Hardy comes down. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. The cover.
This could be 3 right here. 1, 2, 3.
And just like that, the straight edge savior is 1-0 on the road to WrestleMania.
These two young athletic superstars did not disappoint.
That was one heck of a match. I hope they mix it up again soon.
I couldn't agree more, partner.
Having all of this Road to WrestleMania recorded, I didn't want to waste the footage, you know? Why not repurpose it, present it to you guys for 616 Nitro? Joey Styles and Taz, what do you think?
Gentlemen, this is ECW. Tonight we get to see the ECW champion in action.
Tommy eats, sleeps, and breathes ECW, Joey. Kind of like me.
It's that dedication that's endeared him to the ECW fans.
You pulled out a lucky win last week, Punk.
Somebody once told me, if you're good, you don't need luck.
I doubt you're good enough to beat me again.
I'm standing right in front of you, if you feel lucky.
This is ECW. We solve disputes the extreme way. If you two want to go at it again, what about an Extreme Rules match tonight? I'll even give the winner a shot at my ECW championship at the Royal Rumble.
Let's do it.
I'm in, but just know this, Jeff Hardy. When I go extreme, I don't hold back.
You gotta love the writing. Ooh, look at that super kick right off the bat. CM Punk winding those wrists up like Vanderlei Silva. If he could fight like Vanderlei Silva, he would have had a better career in mixed martial arts. Anyway, you gotta love the writing in these video game scripts. Check this out. 3 punches right there. If you're a longtime fan of the SmackDown games, that Frankensteiner into those mounted punches, there used to be 8 punches on that animation. I'm serious. Frankensteiner and then full 8 punches. Get your mind out of the gutter with whatever you thought that sounded like, okay? It was punches. But here in SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, they trimmed that animation down big time. Now, maybe they did that as earlier. Maybe they did it in SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. This is the first game I've noticed it in. And, you know, those are the sorts of things right there that you maybe take a note of, a bullet point. Look at the dive to the outside! That's how Punk tore his tricep at All In 2022. Or not All In, what was it? All Out against Mox? Great match. If you haven't watched that back in a while, Punk versus Moxley. My controller battery was obviously getting low at this juncture. I did not mean to talk over the Jeff Jarrett / El Kabong spot there, but I'll always be a mark for a guitar spot. Look at Punk on the outside of the ring. Irish whip, Jeff Hardy into the barricade, and the table is coming into play as these fans chant for the Second City Saint. Jeff Hardy with a shot with the crutch. Flips Punk over, picks him up. What does the charismatic Enigma have in mind? He's got the crutch again, but Punk is able to slow his roll. Smash him into that barricade, and a back suplex on the floor. Those mats are thin, ladies and gentlemen. That's concrete under there. Now, 2 things. Actually, 1 thing, because I don't remember what the other thing was going to be. Oh, yeah, 2 things. First, you're going to see me struggling at certain points throughout this gameplay to, you know, whip people against tables or against announce tables, barricades, because the sweet spot in SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 is so specific. Samoan drop! And if you are not pinpoint, they're not going to give it to you. But I edited this gameplay down big time. So there are going to be certain entrances that are cut out just for the sake of your time, and all the loading screens are gone. But look at Punk. He's got Jeff Hardy up. DDT through a table! Now what you didn't see was I cut out that that was actually like a not a mandatory, but a what's the optional goal was to put Jeff Hardy through a table in this match. So I made sure that I did with a beautiful DDT, and what I unlocked was CM Punk's alternate outfit, which are the black trunks with just the white gear. Look at the barbed wire 2x4. If there wasn't enough already, now it's on fire. Jeff Hardy goes down. CM Punk unloading with this deadly weapon.
Whoever comes out on top in this match.
Thank God that thing broke. Jeff Hardy's life flashing before his eyes in front of the sold-out arena. But now it's time to go to sleep. Boom! Busted wide open is the charismatic Enigma. Punk go for the pin. Mercifully end this contest. Oh no. Jesus Christ, my bloodlust was out of control here apparently. Sweep the leg like your name's fucking Johnny, okay? Oh no, don't do it again. Cue that kid from The Simpsons. Stop! Stop! He's already dead. If you watch the Spider-Man PS2 trilogy retrospective coming this Friday, I use that joke again. I've used that joke a bunch of times. Oh, and a running super kick. Down goes the charismatic Enigma. Punk is looking to lock in. The Anaconda Vice, he's cranking it. Can Jeff Hardy survive? No, he can't. CM Punk wins again.
There's the match right there. These two left it all in the ring. That's for sure. What a match.
That was definitely extreme, Joey. I just hope they're both okay.
I'm sure earning a shot at the ECW Championship will help CM Punk's healing process.
Number one contender, Jones. How about it? That's what Taz would call him. Maybe we'll see a little bit of Taz later on as another episode of ECW kicks off. Joey Styles, where is Taz?
ECW is live. Along with Taz, I'm Joey Styles calling the action.
CM Punk and Jeff Hardy have tangled the last 2 weeks, but tonight they're teaming up.
We'll see if they can coexist against some very stiff competition.
I hear we're pairing up tonight against Burke and Morrison. Listen, I got a little banged up after our Extreme Rules match last week. If we want to beat these guys, we should probably limit my ring time. You know me, though. I'll do my best.
Another thing that's a little strange is, you know, when I did the SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 episode of Triangle X Squared Circle, John Cena was 100% a heel in the, what did they call it then, 24/7 mode? You know, he would just like, you know, kid, you got my way, and you ain't gonna get my way again. And then, like, he has people interfering for him, and JR's like, I can't believe he would be so cowardly. John Cena is a straight-up heel, and that was something that we always wondered if we would see on television, and we didn't, you know? After becoming the mega babyface, John Cena never in that era, or any era, really, switched over. But in the video game, that's how they represented it for some reason. Here in SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, Jeff Hardy is not acting like Jeff Hardy in this Road to WrestleMania mode. Now, I don't know why I left this entire entrance in, because these guys aren't even acting like themselves. That's just a generic animation. And I think that is why I cut this down. Jeff Hardy and CM Punk, after facing each other in competition 2 weeks in a row, with Punk coming out on the winning side both times, now they've got to team up to take on two other contenders here in Extreme Championship Wrestling. Now, Dan, another thing that I did for this episode was, being that I'm recording this in post, I went into the 616 Entertainment Discord, which is a thing. Whether you're aware of that or not, it is a thing. And I took some questions from you guys because I figured, you know, we could call the action. I fucked something up right there. Sweep them legs, punker. I figured we could call the action, we could duck out and not interrupt the cutscenes, and I could take some questions from you guys. So, I've got a couple here. I will sprinkle them in as we go, as Elijah Burke puts Punk down with a clothesline and then throws a punch from 80 feet away. I don't know what the fuck that was. Look, well, I don't know what I was trying to do there. Snapmare takeover. Punk is going to hit a big splash over the top rope. Cover. 1, 2, and no, he's going to kick out. First question here comes from Red Comet 13, who you should absolutely subscribe to on YouTube. He's been putting together some really great videos lately. Red Comet 13 asks, what's your favorite work story from the old electronics story kit? Now, Dan Dance, if you don't know, if you've never heard me mention it before, after that big superplex, I used to work at a store that I codenamed Super Kick. I did not codename it Super Kick. I codenamed the store Empire Records. If you've ever seen the movie Empire Records, you know why. Reverse DDT. There are so many classic stories from that place that I could tell you right now. There's a lot of stories that I can't tell you right now. But one story that is sticking out to me here while this question has been asked, Bulldog, was as a used store, video games and electronics, records and otherwise, people bring stuff in to sell. And a guy brought in an action figure 3-pack. It was some Marvel bullshit. It was like Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk, let's say, as Elijah Burke is locked in, and he taps out. CM Punk and Jeff Hardy pick up the win in record time.
They weren't at full spread, but they still did it. My hat's off to them, and I'm not even wearing a hat.
Usually, when John Morrison and Elijah Burke smell blood, they're nearly unstoppable. That was not the case tonight.
So this guy brings in this action figure 3-pack, and it's too late to trade it in, so he drops it off. And we do a thing where, like, you sign it over, leave your phone number, we will call you when it's done and when we have a price.
Welcome to another live installment of ECW.
The champ's got a big test tonight. Elijah Burke is no joke.
This non-title match, combined with facing CM Punk at the Royal Rumble, marks a pretty busy week for Tommy Dreamer.
Watch the floor disappear there. If you watch under Tommy Dreamer's feet, there it goes.
I'm worried about getting shot by the same guys you faced last week.
What do you want me to do about it?
I want you in my corner tonight to watch my back.
You know you and I have a championship match in a few days, right? All right, okay. You're lucky you're an ECW legend.
Tommy Dreamer gonna walk away quietly while CM Punk shadow boxes.
I don't care if you beat us last week. You aren't deserving of a shot at the ECW Championship. Tommy Dreamer had no authority to make the match for Royal Rumble. He did it because he knows he couldn't handle the Tuesday Night Delight. This injustice will soon be remedied. You can't stop my destiny, Punk. You can only hope to delay it.
Tommy Dreamer, I left part of this entrance in because he's got the belt on. You like to see the belt. Okay, what I'm trying to say, this guy dropped off the action figures. I take a look at them the following morning because I am opening. And I'm looking at it, and it's mint in package, and, spoilers. We know who this guy was. He used to steal shit from, like, Target and Walmart all the time and then come and sell it to us. He brought in, like, loads of new sealed action figures constantly. And you can see these people a mile away after a while. You know who's doing what. So, this guy drops off this specific 3-pack, and I'm looking it up, and I'm, like, looking up the details, the particulars. What does this thing go for? What can we sell it for? What can I offer him based on what we're going to sell it for? And then I hit a little snag. I notice that there's something missing. It's like, Hulk has a little deal with him, Iron Man's got a deal with him, and Thor is supposed to have his hammer, but the little area inside the package where the hammer is to be stored, there's nothing there. It's funny that I grabbed a hammer while I'm telling the story. There's nothing there. There is a missing, what is it, Mjolnir? Thor's fucking gimmick? It's not there. So I basically completely abandoned looking up a price for this thing because I'm like, well, we're not going to be able to sell this. Nobody's going to want it. You know, it's incomplete. So I call the guy. He doesn't answer. I leave a voicemail, and I was like, hey, took a look at your thing. Unfortunately, there's a problem. There's a missing piece, so we're not going to be able to take it. And then he comes in right when we open, and he's just like, what'd you do? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you took that out of there, huh? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, why would you take that out of there? And I'm like, yes, why would I take that out of there? I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't know either. Our job is to, you know, buy things from you guys and resell them. I'm telling you, I can't buy it from you because I'm not going to be able to resell it. Why would I do that? You know? It doesn't make any sense. So he's accusing me of like stealing the fucking hammer out of the package, and I won't give him money. Like, I guess he thinks I needed a reason to not give him money. I can just fully tell him, hey, I don't want it. You know? I don't have to cook up a reason. But I tell him that's why we can't take it. I kicked the tripod, I'm sorry. So then he's giving me shit, and I go, look, pal, I will pull up the security tape of me coming in the morning, picking up this package, and we can follow me the entire time if you like. Because at this point, you're throwing out accusations that I'm stealing from you. This is getting serious. If you'd like to watch the tape, we can watch it together. And then he called me, he was like, fuck you, bitch, or something like that. And I was just like, okay, dude, you can take this, and I'll see you later. In fact, don't come back. You're banned, so don't even come back. And then he was just like, you want to go outside? And I was like, no! No, I don't want to. You want to fight me over this fucking toy that you brought in? Please, dude. So, that's one funny story from that place. Did I have to deal with stuff like that all the time? Yep. But, you know, I was there for 9 years as Punk has Burke up, and it's a go to sleep! This was a weird situation here. They were forcing me to watch this match. And I was like Tommy Dreamer's manager. I was like his heater. And there was a disqualification for what seemed like no reason. And then I couldn't figure out what to do to further the game. So I think I wound up pinning John Morrison here. The referee does nothing, but after what seemed to be a 3 count, we move on.
Dreamer and Punk seem to be getting the better of Burke and Morrison.
A tactical retreat doesn't mean this thing's over, Joey.
Punk might have been thinking about doing something there.
Then why didn't he? If the champ gives you an advantage, you got to take it.
Here we are at the... what pay-per-view is this? Is this No Way Out? Royal Rumble. We're here at the Royal Rumble. I think Joey Styles and Taz will talk us in. We got a big title match coming up. Punk versus Dreamer. How you doing?
The Royal Rumble live on pay-per-view. Joey Styles and Taz here, where the ECW Championship is on the line.
I hear it's going to be an Extreme Rules match. You know, not for nothing, I'm not really down with that, to tell you the truth.
That doesn't sound like an ECW original talking to me.
Why? Because I don't want 2 talented superstars maiming each other?
It should be a violent confrontation, that's for sure. And Dreamer's ECW Championship is on the line. We'll see that match and many others tonight.
This is the big time, Punk. Give it everything you got. You're good. But we're about to find out if you can go extreme with me, the innovator of violence.
I also can't remember if WWE ever put their ECW belt on Dreamer. Did they do that? I think they did. I think they might have. But was it the ugly fucking silver one that looked like a really bad emblem on a motorcycle? Or was it the redone, in air quotes, classic ECW belt? I can't remember. Can't remember anything. Punk here in the alternate unlockable attire. What's interesting is they did not allow me to choose that. And I don't know whether they did that because we're at a pay-per-view and they wanted it to feel special or what. But alternate outfit Jones here. CM Punk, the #1 contender. And Dan adds, remember, if you want to join the Discord, you can. It's free. It's not a Patreon thing. It's not a YouTube memberships thing. Anybody can join. Just ask for the link. Maybe I will put it down in the comments, or maybe it's in the description of this video if I remember to do it. But anytime I ask for questions or anything, you can always get your shit in. Red Comet did, and it led to an interesting story. We also have, who else do we have here asking some questions? KP the Beardman asks, should Punk have been world champion in 2009, or was it too soon? I don't think it was too soon at all. So what KP the Beardman is referring to is, in 2009, sorry, I fucking kicked the microphone stand again, the tripod, as it were. That was when Punk cashed in his Money in the Bank on Edge, right? And he won the world title, the big gold belt world title. Speaking of belts, Dreamer makes his entrance, and our referee, Scott Armstrong, raises the ECW World Championship. Why would I put that voice on for a cutscene about raising up the belt? That's pretty silly. But anyway, Extreme Rules Championship on the line. Snapmare takeover. Punk's gonna lean over the top rope with a big splash cover. 1 and 2 and oh. The classic old Vince McMahon line. He got him! No! That's one of my favorites. God damn it. At the time that I'm recording this, All In was today. AEW All In. Big chair shot from Punk. I actually watched the entire pay-per-view. I considered doing an episode of 616 Wrestling on it to review it, but I'm not going to do that because I got too many things going right now. Look at this on the outside of the ring. Punk, go to sleep. A Dreamer and the champion is in big trouble. Cover. Just like that, we almost had a new world champion here in ECW. And here's where me recording for a retrospective comes into play. I was kind of just trying to see if I could get the AI to follow me up the ramp, because I realized, like, oh, I don't have any footage of, like, fighting on the ramp. That would probably be a good thing to get. And here I was like, you know what? I don't have any footage of fighting in the crowd. Like SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, 2008, that would be a good thing to have here. And that right there is where I found out, oh, they got rid of fighting in the crowd. Look, throw Dreamer into the corner or try to clothesline him over the deal, can't do it. And that's where I make a bullet point, can't go in the crowd anymore. And then you can see where my mind is as I'm playing this match. Getting, I'm capturing individual spots to use in the retrospective while I'm just getting casual gameplay as well. Tommy Dreamer's head bashed off the announce table. The announce table of the Spanish variety, I might add. Tommy Dreamer's concussed to hell and back. No habla inglés after this one. Good Lord, you can really tell I wanted to get footage of Tommy Dreamer bleeding. Holy shit. Dreamer looking for a weapon there, not gonna happen. Punk with the super kick underneath to stop Dreamer in his tracks. Thought about maybe going for the top rope or a dive. There's the dive! Connected with the animation as well. Beautiful. Oh, I totally forgot I was answering a question. Was 2009 too early for Punk to win the world title? No, I don't think so. I think it was perfect timing. They just didn't do anything with it. And Dreamer's head bashed off the table again, and now the juice is loose. The Crimson Mask covering the face of the ECW World Champion. I think it was a great time for Punk to win the world title, but clearly it was just kind of an in-between. WWE were not sure what they wanted to do. They had Punk with the briefcase. They decided to get the briefcase off him. And, Punk talked about this on his The Best in the World documentary that they put out in, 2012 or 2013? He talked about the fact that, they gave him the belt, and the immediate feeling was, look at this fucking bullshit. The immediate feeling was, and he was kind of told, hey, you're not the guy, though. just so you know, you're not the guy. And it might feel like you're the guy because we gave you the belt, but just to be clear, you're not. So, and then how did Punk's championship reign end? What was it? It was going to be like a 5-man scramble. And before the match, Legacy, I think, attacked Punk. And they just stripped Punk of the belt. And then the match went on without him for the belt. You know, not only did they not give a fuck about him, you can clearly tell they did it on purpose. Punk from the top rope, diving elbow drop through the announce table. Tommy Dreamer might be paralyzed. He'll be lucky if he can ever walk again. Cover.
He's making a cover.
1, 2, 3.
And we've got a new ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
CM Punk has captured the ECW Championship.
Yeah, but at what cost? Dreamer looks really hurt out there.
We have medical personnel out tending to Tommy Dreamer.
Beautiful little touch there to put the logo plate deal up. You know, that's good shit. That's good shit. Made it feel serious. Made it feel like that was closing the show.
You are watching ECW Live. We have a new ECW champion.
Meanwhile, Tommy's still in the hospital with a punctured lung. This shouldn't have happened.
There's always a risk in Extreme Rules matches, Taz. You know that. But it was a great contest.
Say whatever you want, Joey. I got something I need to do.
What? Where are you going?
At Royal Rumble, a superstar got hurt. My good friend and ECW original, Tommy Dreamer. And I am sick and tired of this happening time after time. You people love Extreme Rules matches? Well, I'll tell you what, it takes a huge toll on us. It's the single reason I had to retire.
When a superstar is injured, it's bad for business, and my family doesn't like that. Thanks to Taz's concerns, I'm hereby abolishing extreme matches. Effective last week. That means CM Punk's win at Royal Rumble is negated. And I need him to come out right now to relinquish the ECW Championship.
What, that's it? Sorry, CM, no more title? You're too extreme for ECW?
Unfortunately, yes, but...
Talk about hitting a guy when he's down.
How's that for a smooth cut right there? I was proud of that shit. Now, did I make the joke in the episode of Triangle Like Squared Circle that Stephanie McMahon looks nothing like herself and looks almost exactly like Melania Trump in this game? Yes, I did, and I stand by that. Now, that's not saying Melania Trump is ugly or anything. She's not. She's a fine-looking lady. But I'm just saying the character model looks nothing like Stephanie McMahon at all. I don't know what the fuck they were going for here. I don't know if I went a little crazy with the outside the ring camera angles. I might have. We're going to find out. Punk hits a big kicking combination there, and now Burke into the... Oh, well, stopped just short of the corner for some odd reason. Ducks under, he turns Punk around. Boom! Into the ring post. Bam! Head first. Off the steel, and that could be it. You can't take shots to the dome like that, or I guess you can't, because CM Punk is already on his feet. Burke spins him around, and a big tilt-a-whirl head scissors. I gotta practice my commentary. Clear. Speaking of commentary, nobody's talking. Low blow! Oh yeah, because I think it was really unclear whether this was a match or whether we were just fighting. But there's no referee, so I think I eventually figured out it's just a fight. I didn't know how to further it, so I think we just fight for a while. And then eventually it stops. Elijah Burke picks up CM Punk and carrying him around for no reason. DDT! Burke is planted. Punk flips him over. Knee to the head. Knee to the head. A third one. That's a shortened animation as well. There used to be one more knee attached to that. Off the ropes and a German suplex. Punk lands on his head.
Elijah Burke maliciously attacked a dejected CM Punk.
Punk brought it on himself with his actions, Joey.
When did you turn state's evidence anyway, partner?
Another episode in the books. CM Punk wins. The ECW World Championship is immediately stripped of it. Where do we go from here? Joey Styles, you got anything for me?
ECW. And tonight, we start a tournament to decide the next ECW champion.
Hopefully it'll go to someone more deserving of the championship.
I don't believe there's anyone on the ECW roster who isn't deserving, Taz.
Weird shitload of negative space at the bottom of the screen there. I don't know why that was there. Sweep the leg like your name Johnny, even though it ain't, but your opponent's is. From the top rope, Punk with a split-legged moonsault. Why is that move in his arsenal in this game? Who knows? I've never seen him do it in his life. Punk's got the leg and he wrenches it backward. How many of you were John Morrison fans during his ECW run? I will tell you that I was a fan of Morrison during M&M, Mercury, Nitro, and Melina. I actually loved M&M, and they were, oh, look at this tarantula suplex. Morrison in a bad way. Punk goes to the well once again with the split-legged moonsault that he should not be doing. Reverse DDT. I was a big fan of M&M, and some of the matches that they had, I think, you know what? I was trying to do different diving moves, and I found out that all of the buttons did, like, the same fucking thing. So, that's why I kept repeating that. Anyway. Ooh, look at that backbreaker! CM Punk in big trouble! I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Mercury, Nitro, and Melina had some excellent matches with Batista and Rey Mysterio and maybe the Hardys. I don't know. You know what's so funny is I'm talking about how much I enjoyed it, and now that I'm trying to play it back, I can't remember any other tag teams that they faced off with at the time. Punk has Morrison in the corner, wraps him up in this octopus hold of sorts. What the fuck do you call that? I don't remember what to call that. You would think Punk might have his springboard clothesline, sweep the leg, but he doesn't. Which is weird because he was doing it from the second he arrived in WWE. So why you can't do it in the game is a little strange to me. Maybe you can and I just don't know how to do it. As Morrison grabs the leg of the former world champion, he's looking to wrench that Boston Crab. Punk is from Chicago, but a Boston Crab will do damage no matter where he's from, okay? Drop kick to the knee. Look, we can play tit for tat. We can play dick for dick, as No Taxes Nigel Bravo would say. You want to attack my legs? I'll attack your legs, okay? And another thing that you might be noticing here throughout this gameplay is not only am I not really letting the AI get their shit in, because big head kick. Because I didn't intend to show all of this to you guys. I was kind of just grabbing what I thought was going to be necessary. Go to sleep! But you'll also notice that, like, I'm practically untouchable. Cover. Kick out. As I've stated, I have never lost a match in SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 or 2009. These games are... Don't do it again, you motherfucker. Split-legged moonsault. Here's the cover. And 1, 2... No, not even close to a 3. Barely a 2. I've never lost a match in 08 or 09. They are such easy fucking games.
The Anaconda Vice. He's choking the life out of his opponent.
I didn't want the match to end, but that was it.
Our uncrowned champion has moved on to the next round.
At least he's earned it the right way.
That's what the 4 remaining superstars are trying to do to get to the ECW championship.
The tournament will continue. I don't remember who I'm facing next. But whoever they are, they're going to get their ass kicked by the best in the world. You heard it here first.
Hello and welcome to ECW. The tournament to crown a new ECW champion continues.
These are some big matches tonight, no doubt.
CM Punk versus Elijah Burke may very well blow the roof off of this arena.
Hey now, I know the score. Injuries come with the territory. Don't worry about me. I'll heal. Focus on your match.
Yeah, round 2 of a tournament for a championship I never lost.
You're rightfully ECW champion, no matter what Stephanie or anyone else says. Go out there and be extreme by any means necessary. Break rules. Use a weapon. Get disqualified. Don't worry about this stupid tournament. We both know it's bogus. Just do your job as an ECW superstar.
Now, I felt a certain way about the way Tommy Dreamer was acting. I felt like he was setting me up. But there's a mandatory goal to get disqualified, so.
Just like that, CM Punk is out of the tournament.
CM Punk needs to learn to play ball here, Styles.
Now, we will definitely have a new ECW champion in the tournament final next week. What a misstep by Punk.
It's a weird storyline. It seems like Tommy Dreamer's trying to outsmart us and, play us as a legend. We're a rookie. He can trick us out of contention, but it doesn't go there.
Live from Richmond, Virginia. Tonight, we culminate our tournament by crowning a new ECW champion.
It'd be nice to have some fresh blood wearing the gold, Joey. I know where my money's on.
Yes, your opinions haven't been very well guarded these days, partner.
You really shook things up last week. Nice going. Elijah Burke thinks he's a lock to win the championship. Maybe you should show him how a real Extreme champion behaves.
Elijah Burke warming up backstage. ECW World Championship match tonight.
America, you get the honor of seeing me before I coast in there and beat Jeff Hardy without even breaking a sweat. Before I become the new ECW champion. I will usher in a new era. Not of Extreme, but of the Elijah experience. I'm a champion you can be proud of. Not some frail has-been like Tommy Dreamer, or a greasy wannabe rebel like CM Punk. I'm a true paragon of virtue.
Tried to do a nice little cut there as well. CM Punk attacks Elijah Burke while he's cutting a promo in front of a table that has Smack Pizza on it. You know how I feel about that Smack Pizza? I gotta try some. Dan, where do I get it? Where do I get the Smack Pizza arm drag? That was a modified arm drag of sorts. I'm not really sure what kind. I had a couple questions here. I'm dragging Burke around, and I found out that none of that stuff over there is interactable at all. When you're dragging the guy like by his neck or by the hair or whatever, none of it triggers like a mini game. Boom! Punk with the bell. Elijah Burke doesn't know what hit him. Knock, knock. Who's there? Ring bell. How you doing? Look at this. Backstage, right in front of the exit. He's up. Go to sleep. This is another very strange situation where, why does Punk have RVD's 360 leg drop? Doesn't make any fucking sense. I would bet $1 million Punk could not pull that off. Punk's good Punk's good buddy and his own fucking trainer, Ace Steel, would tell you, as he said on Punk's documentary, Punk is not the best athlete in the world. Good, talented wrestler, great on the mic. He's not the best athlete in the world. So, fucking 360 leg drop, I don't think so. But this was another weird situation where it's just a fight, and I didn't know how long it was going to carry on. Sometimes the goal is like get a body part red or bust them open. But they gave me minutes here to just beat the shit out of Elijah Burke. So I did, relentlessly. Boom with the garbage can. Bang, drop it on him again. Boom, over the top of the head. I think I kill him here. I think Burke is out of commission. Right there after a second go to sleep. Look at his body. He looks like he got hit by a fucking car. Red legs, orange body, red head. Punk is looking for a slice of Smack Pizza. At this juncture, I might have just been trying to leave because I didn't want to be charged with, premeditated murder. But the table didn't let me do anything. The table didn't let me interact with it, so I think I abandoned that idea. And I might go for the ladder. Is that what we do? Do we go for the ladder, or did I cook up something else? Well, I guess we're going back over to this corner, which is not interactable at all. The prior 2 games were so full of drag them around and find all the things you can do. You can't do anything in this game. There's like nothing to do with any of this shit. Arm drag takeover again. Burke is borderline dead, hit a technical move.
That's why it's called ECW, fans. And Taz, don't forget it.
CM Punk just ruined the tournament finals.
What'd I tell you? The guy's nothing but a thug.
Unbelievable beatdown there. How is Elijah Burke going to go into that World Championship match against Jeff Hardy here at No Way Out? If anybody can tell me, it's going to be Joey Styles.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at No Way Out. Joey Styles and Taz greeting you from ringside. And what a night we have, partner.
That's right, Styles. We should have the finals of the ECW Championship Tournament tonight with no interruptions this time.
Yes, I think CM Punk might be a little busy with his opponent to worry about the result of that match.
Stephanie wants to keep you busy tonight so you don't get involved in the ECW Championship match. So, I got you a match against none other than Big Daddy V. Oh, and keep in mind that if you do interfere with the finals, you will be suspended indefinitely. Not that you have the strength after you're crushed by the most dominant force in the WWE.
Big Daddy V making his WWE video game debut here in SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 now. Big Daddy V, clearly a Vince McMahon creation. He loved gigantic fuckers. And he loved having, no disrespect, especially no disrespect to the dead, but Vince McMahon loved big fat fuckers. And, having them out there and not a lot of clothing. Big Daddy V had some tremendous tattoos, and I guess if you have the mass, you gotta work with it. And I don't know. Who was into Big Daddy V? Was anybody into Big Daddy V? It was a career resurgence for him, which is nice. I don't know if it's nice. Was he a good guy? I don't know anything about him. He's a big wado, and he's going to step up over the top rope just like that. Like it ain't nothing. Tony Chimmel standing around low poly model. Here comes the Second City Saint, the straight edge savior. CM Punk. Now here is what we need to do. We need to go to the Discord and take some more questions. Bandana Assault says, "Hey Ian, I missed the podcast. I know it was mundane to do it every single week with a lot of times nothing to say or it was about the same things." Well, I'm going to stop you right there. It never felt mundane to do it. And I never came to the show with nothing to say. So, but I love that you miss it and that your reaction to it is largely negative. Anyway, continuing from Bandana Assault. However, I did like to hear your and the artist's takes and insights on movies, games, DC, the Marvel Universe, music, wrestling, etc. It helped me pass the time on long trips or even my drive to work. Any hope of bringing something like that back on a schedule? No. 616 Entertainment Podcast ran for almost 10 years on Spotify, on SoundCloud. It ran for a long time. It ran a lot longer than it should have. Artist was clearly checked out for a long time. I should have said, "Hey man, do you want to just quit this?" I should have said that a lot sooner than I did. But, he's a good friend, so he kept doing it with me every week. But as I've stated a million times, this, Bandana Assault, the podcast was never big. The channel grew, the channel consistently grows, the podcast never, ever, ever, ever did. The podcast had 100 listeners, the entire time it existed. And I'm very grateful for all 100 of you who were listening to the show. But, times change. I have so much more to do on the channel now. Having my Monday nights open to do this, you know, it's a Sunday night right now to be specific, but my Monday night opens to write or record or edit or anything like that is very useful. It's time that I need. Artist is now married with twins. So, no, the 616 Entertainment Podcast is never coming back. Could we do a one-off every once in a while? Absolutely. But you specifically asked, could something like that come back on a schedule? No. It can't, and I don't want it to. I don't want to do that anymore. I am so tired of podcasts. I am so overdoing podcasts. Now, if somebody was like... Never mind. I mean, I'm not even going to make that joke. But Big Daddy V locked in the Anaconda Vice, and he has no choice but to submit. What a victory for CM Punk.
Tough competitor CM Punk is, but I'm still surprised he won tonight.
Nobody can doubt the toughness of CM Punk. It's his discipline that I worry about.
Disciplined or not, he picked up a big win here at No Way Out.
Absolutely monstrous victory over an absolutely monstrous opponent. CM Punk still on a roll. Who won the World Championship, and who do we have to take it from?
This is ECW. Along with Taz, I'm Joey Styles, and we thank you for joining us.
We got a new champion, baby, and I'm proud to say it's Elijah Burke.
It was an intense matchup at No Way Out, but you're right. Elijah Burke came out with the gold.
Allow me to introduce you to the new ECW champion, the one, the only, the Elijah Experience, Elijah Burke. Now, Elijah, you've tap danced over the competition in the tournament, and hey, wait a second, where's the title?
Don't you have it? I thought you were going to present it to me.
Guys, calm down.
What the hell are you doing with my ECW championship?
Yours, Elijah? I don't remember anyone beating me for it.
I earned that, punk. It's mine. Give it back or else.
How about we find out who the real ECW champion is? Right now, in a last man standing match. No DQs, no countouts, and may the most extreme man win.
We've got an impromptu last man standing underway as CM Punk challenges the new ECW champion, Elijah Burke.
Hey, Punk's got some nerve, I'm telling you that right now. I hope Burke knocks him right out.
I stayed out for a while there so Joey Styles and Taz could transition us into the match. And, you know, that's why I put over Road to WrestleMania as strongly as I did in the episode of Triangle X Squared Circle. It's because I think the presentation is great. Look at that springboard dropkick. Elijah Burke almost knocked up and over the top rope. Punk off the ropes, kick to the face. Maybe a little shout out to his good buddy, Samoa Joe there. Absolutely disgusting offense, a super kick, and Burke might be out on his feet. Punk with that snapmare drops the knee across the face. Maybe could have shattered the skull there of Elijah Burke. What does it say about Jeff Hardy that Elijah Burke was able to defeat him for the World Championship at No Way Out after what I did to Elijah Burke? Speaking of what I did to him, look what I'm doing to him now. Go to sleep. Burke is down. Now, here's what I want to say. Frankensteiner, we got another question from DCat Warrior 4 on the 616 Entertainment Discord. Did you ever watch those hokey but great WWF Raw or WWF WrestleMania tips and tricks videos? Yes, I have seen some of those. I believe I used to rent a tape from the video store. And I don't remember what tape it was specifically. It might have been like a best of WrestleMania or like a little one-off documentary, like a kayfabe documentary about one of the wrestlers. And they would do cutaways once in a while where they would do tips, tricks, and like cheat codes for those games. And I specifically remember the narrator, the host, being like, what you want to do is go to this menu and press down, up, 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 up. Like, the way he said the button prompts was so funny. he was like, and then see how many moves it takes to beat your opponent. And I never tried it. I never tested it out because I didn't own the game at the time. But I can only assume that that cheat allowed you to beat your opponent with like one hit. Or it's a troll cheat and you put that cheat on and you can never beat your opponent. It takes 10,000 hits. I don't know. Super kick, and that shot's gonna bust the Elijah experience wide open. CM Punk might be looking for it again. He's got the champion up. Go to sleep. I think I was unaware that this was a last man standing match. Because the amount of damage that I'm doing. What am I doing here? From the top. Oh, look at that. I guess I figured out how to do a different diving attack. Because I did not hit the fucking split-legged moonsault for the 17th time in this video. But yes, Decat Warrior 4, I have seen those tips and tricks videos. They are good. Scott Armstrong issuing the count. Should we do it with him? 4, 5.
Taz, what are you? 7. My partner has left the booth. What the hell? He's choking out CM Punk. Taz is telling the referee to count Punk, who looks lifeless. I can't believe this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's over.
Elijah Burke has won this impromptu last man standing match. All thanks to Taz. This is the strangest turn of events I have ever witnessed.
CM Punk screwed out of the ECW World Heavyweight Championship for a record 10,000th time here on this episode of 616 Nitro. Elijah Burke won the fight, but he didn't win the war.
Here live and about to explode. I'm Joey Styles, but I'm really not sure who my broadcast colleague is anymore.
I'm a man with ECW's best interest at heart, Joey.
Tonight's main event features 3 men vying to become the #1 contender in a triple threat match.
Punk, I want you to know why I got involved last week. It's because of ECW's championship and its heritage. You see, you and I have both held it, but only one of us truly respects it.
You gotta love Taz right there. But only one of us truly respects it. It's funny to me that Taz, I feel, pretty consistently does a good job. Oh, backbreaker! Taz does a pretty good job on his voiceovers for video games almost all of the time. Now, I'm gonna throw out, look at this double team move. Rib breaker there on Big Daddy V. I think both Morrison and Punk would need crutches after that. We're gonna go ahead and break up that cover attempt. We're going to throw out Taz's performance in SmackDown Just Bring It because that was just an anomaly of a video game. I think CM Punk has a great go to sleep. Should I do Just Bring It style commentary for a minute or two here? CM Punk locks on the Boston Crab. John Morrison is a really great person. Big Daddy V rode a plane here today. CM Punk. The Cobra Clutch. The Cobra Clutch. That I don't know how to explain to some of you who are younger than I am. You never played SmackDown Just Bring It. The commentary was so fucking out of control. That's honestly what it sounded like. It was worse than the way I was just putting it. Gigantic superplex from the top rope. Morrison from the top. He's gonna hit a big elbow drop of the slingshot variety. Big Daddy V is going to let that offense go, but only for a second. A clubbing blow to the back of the master of Starship Pain, and Big Daddy V nearly takes the ring down. Shoulder first into the post. Dan, I'm excited for a lot of things. I'm excited for the monkey flip. I'm excited for you guys to see the Spider-Man PS2 retrospective this Friday. Squash them boys in the corner. I'm excited to start shooting Monday Night Blitz 3 with the one and only handy dandy Andy Jarek. I think first week of September we are going to Frankensteiner. First week of September we are going to start shooting Monday Night Blitz 3. And if you were unaware somehow, I talk about it fucking constantly. But if you're a big fan of Monday Night Blitz 3, you want to watch, that show will be posted every week on Patreon and under channel memberships. Sign up for either one. You absolutely do not have to sign up for both. And you will be able to watch Andy's final run at the Super Bowl, I don't know, Super Bowl trophy, Super Bowl championship. What the fuck do you say about it? Stomping to the knee. And you know what? It's exciting for a number of reasons. Chief amongst them being, I don't even know who Andy is going to play as. I was texting him about it the other day, and he's not sure yet. So we're going to turn the game on. Cover! Big Daddy V's going to break it up after just a 1. We're going to turn the game on. Andy is going to look through his options, and he's going to sign a new contract with a brand new team on the fucking spot. I believe there are multiple offers on the table for Handy Dandy Andy Jarek. Who will he sign with? We're going to find out. John Morrison goes to sleep. The blood pouring from the head. Punk looking to get rid of Big Daddy V. Not going to happen. Viscera's got him up. Big sidewalk slam. I was going to say this earlier and I fucked up. I interrupted myself, so I'll say it now. I really got to practice my color commentary, you know? My play-by-play. I got to stop calling everything a big something, because that'll get tiresome real quick, you know? I got to mix it up. So check it out. It's not going to be a big move. CM Punk, Irish whip, and a massive super kick. CM Punk with a gigantic super kick. Punk with a colossal dive to the outside. See how we're playing with different words here? With different descriptors, as it were. No, I almost reused gigantic already. See, it's not easy. It's not easy, this line of work. Super kick, and Big Daddy V's such a big wah. He's not even going to go up and over the top rope, but he is going to go up for one of these. Go to sleep, and now he's busted open. Morrison goes down off a super kick. Big Daddy V is so upset that somebody made him bleed his own blood. Nobody's supposed to do that. Punk looking for strike after strike. Viscera not interested in selling them. Let's see what the straight edge savior can make happen here. Black mass there from Punk. Viscera's not even going to sell it. Super kick from underneath. Morrison looked like he thought he could pick up a win off that, but I don't think he can, because now he's napping. Dream time for Morrison. Cover from CM Punk.
Shoulders down. This could be it. 2, 3.
And a number 1 contender has been determined. Punk is WrestleMania bound.
Means CM Punk is next in line to compete for the ECW Championship. Let's hope that match has no interference.
I don't expect you to understand what I did last week, Styles, but Elijah Burke does not need any help to defend the championship.
That remains to be seen, partner. The two will clash next week with the ECW Championship on the line.
Who saw that coming? Punk versus Burke for the world title on ECW. Look, WrestleMania is right around the corner. Joey Styles, make sense of this for me.
Hello and welcome to ECW. Joey Styles and Taz at ringside, and we have got a blockbuster main event.
You know it, Joey. It'll be quite an experience, if you know what I mean.
Will CM Punk regain the championship that was so unceremoniously stripped from him weeks ago? And will Taz show extreme bias?
I'll call it fairly because I'm that much of a professional. Thank you very much.
Giving you a title shot is like giving a can opener to a baby. You're not going to do anything with it. This is a wrestling match, and there's no way you can beat me without resorting to your old barbaric tactics. Meanwhile, I'm the paragon of virtue. You might as well not even show up.
Elijah Burke talks a big game. He talks a lot of shit, and I mean, the facts are the facts. As you can see, the gold is around his waist. That's the ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, is that belt going to be around his waist come WrestleMania? I don't think so. He will tap out to the Anaconda Vice. His shoulders will be pinned after a go to sleep, and there's nothing he can do about it. Scott Armstrong is going to do the honors. Show the fans what is on the line. That's what it's all about. The ECW World Heavyweight Championship. The bell has rung, and here we go. Suckered him in. There's a big head kick right there. KKizzle06 in the Discord asks, what do you think of Punk's current run in WWE? Has it made you watch some WWE again? Nope. It has not. I mean, whatever Punk does, I see the clips. I'll either catch it on YouTube or like usually people just clip out his portions and I watch those on Twitter or something. That's all I see. No, I don't watch WWE. I don't watch wrestling really. I watched the entirety of All In today. And when I was doing 616 Wrestling, I was watching the entirety of WWE pay-per-views, but no, at this moment, I'm not interested in watching wrestling. There were pieces of All In. I know you asked about WWE and Punk, but I mean, Punk was on All In. Did you hear all the chants for him during the Young Bucks match and the Jack Perry match? I heard CM Punk chants. I heard fuck CM Punk chants. I heard Crimea River. I heard Darby Allin. I heard a lot of things. You know what I didn't hear? I didn't hear anything for Jack Perry or the Bucks. That's weird. Big drop kick there for CM Punk. It's almost like they're not interesting without him. Big knee to the face. And I will tell a funny story here real quick. I lost, Patreon goes up and down. It fluctuates. I lost a Patreon supporter the other day, and you can click on the audience tab if you're a creator, and there are exit surveys. You can see why people leave. And the most common reason people leave are like, either my financial situation changed, or some other reason, or I signed up to help the creator reach a goal they have. No, I'm out. You see those all the time. Somebody filled out their exit survey with, the CM Punk bias is too much, which I find very funny. Look, I just figured out how to do that move. Welcome to Chicago, motherfucker. I'm a CM Punk fan. I don't. It is what it is. So anybody is entitled to do whatever they want, but I just found that I read that, I was like, really? Elijah Burke looking for something in the corner. He's not going to get it. He will get a super kick to the face. And the Anaconda Vice is locked in. Can he survive, or will the title change hands? Yes, it will. We have a brand new ECW World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
Full circle. CM Punk has regained the ECW Championship. And there goes my partner again. I imagine Elijah Burke didn't expect his reign to be over so quickly, but those are the breaks.
Unbelievable turn of events. Brand new world champion, Taz. Not happy about it, but as Taz would say, suck it, Jones.
We welcome you to another edition of ECW, the most extreme show on television.
WrestleMania is right around the corner, Styles. I love this time of year.
We still don't know what awaits ECW's new champion at the big event.
I have a few ideas, Styles, but you don't really need to know that because basically you're a tool.
You got me to agree to accompany you to the ring tonight? You better not need backup. I'm nowhere near 100%, but you can handle yourself.
How fucking long does it take for Tommy Dreamer to heal? What even happened to Tommy Dreamer? I didn't beat him up nearly as bad as I beat up Elijah Burke like 5 fucking times. Tommy Dreamer hasn't done anything in like 2 months. And he's like, I'm nowhere near in good enough shape. Look at this. Punk, 3rd time's the charm. Splash over the top rope. 1, 2, 3. No, come on. It's a fucking rope break. Unbelievable. Tommy Dreamer on the outside. He's got to have something in mind here. I don't know what it is, but Punk knows about this cross body or forearms or whatever the fuck that was supposed to be. It was a strange animation. Trading kicks here in the center of the ring. A good girl asks, if Punk didn't have This Fire Burns as his theme during his WWE tenure, what theme would he have had in your opinion? No, you cannot pick Cult of Personality. That would alter the timeline too much. What do you mean? What theme would he have in my opinion? Is there like a list of theme songs? And I don't understand this question. In my opinion, is it up to me or I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question. Doc Friday asks, any upcoming wrestling games catch your eye? Nope. Not really. There are a lot of games on the horizon, and there are a lot of games that are making a lot of promises, and I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, you know what I mean? But there are certain games, multiple games, so I'm not calling out a specific single game. Cover. There are several of them, like I said. Morrison's up. Go to sleep. We've known about these games for like 5 fucking years, and there's like nothing to show for it. You know? Like no gameplay. Lots of like, take a look at this, or like, take a look at that. But nothing really of note, with no release date in sight, no hands-on in sight, and for me, personally, you can only do that for so long. I just remembered I could do springboards. For me, personally, you can only do that for so long until I'm not interested anymore. You should not, and this is not just wrestling games, this is across the board. Don't tell me about it when it's fucking 5 years away. 1, 2, Morrison's gonna kick out of 2 go to sleeps. Unbelievable. Thanks for burying my fucking move right before WrestleMania. So, you know, these upcoming wrestling games, I wish them the best. I hope that they are good games because I like wrestling games. But like, no, I'm not waiting. I'm not salivating at every tweet for these games, you know? That's, I feel like that's something you do when you're like a teenager or a kid. You get really excited and you're on the hook the entire time. I think I'm too old for that. But I wish them the best, and there are some things that pop up and I'm like, oh, when's it coming out? And then there's no release date, so it's not interesting yet. Punk wins again.
With that loss, Morrison's hopes for a championship match may have been extinguished.
This looks like an ECW championship reunion. So I thought I'd join you two. Why don't we invite another former champ?
Here's the deal. We want both of you at WrestleMania, and get this, in a tag team match. You know what time it is, CM Punk? It's time that I really teach you what the word extreme means. And Dreamer, you're not looking too good these days. You need retirement a little bit more than I do. You know what? Maybe a few suplexes on that injured midsection. No, that would do the trick.
That sounds like a great match for WrestleMania. And Taz, since your team made the challenge, I'll let Punk's team pick the stipulation. Any stipulation.
What an announcement. Taz is coming out of retirement for WrestleMania. And he's teaming up against the ECW champion.
Dan Dans, this is the main event of the evening for 616 Nitro tag team match at WrestleMania. Punk and Dreamer versus Burke and it's Burke and Taz, right? Yeah. Portland, Oregon plays host to WrestleMania. Joey Styles, tell me about it.
WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. I I'm Joey Styles, honored to be at WWE's flagship event. Conspicuously absent, of course, is Taz, who will actually be competing tonight in a featured ECW tag team bout. Let's look at how all this came about. CM Punk captured the ECW Championship from Tommy Dreamer at the Royal Rumble, unfortunately injuring the former champion. As a result, Stephanie McMahon abolished extreme matches and held up the ECW Championship. Instead of accepting this, Punk went out of his way to ruin the tournament. This drew the ire of former ECW champion Taz, who aligned with Elijah Burke and challenged Punk and Dreamer to a match tonight. But Punk and Dreamer choose the stipulation. Which side will win? We'll find out tonight. Unfortunately, my colleague whined to Stephanie McMahon to take me off announce duties, so Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler will call this ECW match. I hope Taz gets the hell beaten out of him tonight.
So you chose a table match tonight, huh? You're gonna regret that after I T-bone you right through the pine.
Now, I'd left in portions of these entrances because, come on, it's Taz. You gotta love Taz. Now, unfortunately, Taz comes out of retirement, very personal storyline, and he gets stuck with a generic entrance animation with Elijah Burke. Taz wiping long hair out of his face that doesn't exist. Could not have chosen a taller fucker to put next to Taz. But here we go. ECW World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk teaming up with the hardcore legend, not Mick Foley, Tommy fucking Dreamer.
I'll tell you, folks, things haven't turned out quite like we expected. We're underway calling this tables match.
You're right, JR. This is going to be off the hook. Taz is out of retirement, and he'll be teaming for one night only against the ECW champion.
A hard right hand.
Now, I didn't want to step over that. I wanted King and JR to be able to introduce this match. Am I a fan of like a world title on pay-per-view being involved in a tag match? Nope, hate it. But, you know, just stay tuned. This is a table match. My other options were Extreme Rules and Cage. But I just like table spots. And I wanted to get some more table footage.
Caused by the man he's teaming with tonight. And you have to wonder whether there's any bad blood still brewing.
There better not be. When you're against two competitors like Burke and Taz, you're going to have to work together just to survive.
Really good, specifically recorded commentary here for this match. I love that shit. The presentation is just fantastic. As I can barely breathe. Elijah Burke has Dreamer up. Is he going to drop him through the table? He's walking over to the wood. Dreamer trying his best to get out, and he does! The Dreamer DDT! What would you have chosen? Would you have chosen table match, cage match, Extreme Rules match? Those were the options presented to me. The option presented to Taz is to lose. And that's what he's about to do. Pile driver. That's what he's about to do right here and right now.
Lord, what impact. The referee has called for the bell. That's it. What a win for CM Punk and Tommy Dreamer.
Maybe Taz should have stayed retired after all.
Tonight, Tommy, you and I brought back Extreme. I think everyone wants to see us do it one better. You and me in the same match for my ECW championship.
Can you believe this, King? Fresh off a huge win against Taz and Elijah Burke, these two are going at it again.
Punk got his retribution, JR, and now he wants to take things one step further to prove he's the true ECW champion by taking Dreamer to the extreme one last time. That was a grueling matchup, JR. You have to wonder what state these two competitors' bodies are in after that.
I don't think it matters, King. Dreamer and Punk aren't thinking about exhaustion anymore. This is above that. This is WrestleMania.
God damn, I love this commentary they recorded for these Road to WrestleMania. It's so good. Sorry, there are a bunch of questions that I didn't get to. I'm going to try to slip some in here. Shabadab, what's your favorite 616 show that is currently on hiatus? I mean, GM Showdown and Monday Night Blitz are both a great time. Both of those, luckily, are coming back very soon on Patreon and channel memberships. So stay tuned for those. Sign up either way. You can watch them. We have Enigma Bro. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be? I would be, I don't know, I guess I'd be doing the job of whoever hired me that paid well. You know, I'm not a fucking, it's not really up to us as people. I mean, it's up to us to choose what we're going to do. We can have options on the table and pick one specifically, but like, I don't have the option of stopping doing this and then, well, I would be an astrophysicist. No, I wouldn't, because I don't know how to do that. This is where the footage came from of me wanting to stack these tables and finding out that you can't stack tables anymore. You have to have the specific perk that allows you to stack tables, which I find incredibly fucking annoying. But that's why I reversed that big suplex there on Tommy Dreamer. We have Some Kind of Robot, a.k.a. Mike Masters, co-host of the Something Awesome podcast, which you should absolutely be listening to. It'll be back, you know? They're taking a break right now, but it'll be back. Mike Masters asks, you always ask us what we are gaming, so let me flip it on you. What are you gaming in your very little downtime? So, yeah, you are 100% correct. Very little downtime. Before bed, I'm trying to sneak in a little bit of Diablo 3 or Diablo 4. I'm a Diablo boy when I have the time to be. I'm trying to chip away at the Platinum Trophy in the PS3 version of Diablo 3. And it is going to take a long time to earn 5 million gold. In Diablo 3, I actually can't fucking believe how long it takes to earn gold in Diablo 3. The grind is unbelievable. So I might even have to put that on the shelf and like come back. I say I might have to. I kind of have. I've been playing Diablo 4 again. But it's just, it takes so long, man. It's kind of out of control. But CM Punk with a big reversal there. Tommy Dreamer up against the table. Punk was able to get rid of Taz by DDTing him through a table. What is Punk going to try to do to Tommy Dreamer? It worked once. Will it work twice? Can 2 times be double charms here at WrestleMania? Best in the world. DDT through a table on Tommy Dreamer. That will do it.
WrestleMania wins in one night for CM Punk. Is this deja vu, JR? Dreamer looks hurt. I hope he's okay, King. But those were 2 slobber knocker matches in a row.
Tommy Dreamer is up on his own, but he certainly doesn't look happy. Those 2 have great respect for one another, and the fans have great respect for them.
And there you have it. By completing Punk's Road to WrestleMania, you unlock Taz, which is always cool. You gotta love playing as Taz. That's it. That's Punk's entire Road to WrestleMania. There's actually no credits. There's no nothing. Dan's, I don't really like doing commentary in post. I'll be back to the normal setup very soon. I love ya, and I'll see you next week. Oh shit, I talked into the credits. I didn't mean to. There's my patch man!